well, thank you. I need to clean some houses. You got anybody that needs cleaning? I'd love to clean some houses. When I get a car, I might travel like up to 2 hours. I just need to get my business going. Thank you. My friend gave it to me. I always like free. Over purchasing. I don't like shopping. I don't. Maybe I'll get used to it with him. If I start dressing better, then you'll know it's because of him, not because of me. I done told him that I'd like for him to do that, the husband effect, because I cannot dress myself and be confident. I never have been. I just don't operate that way. So Leslie Merler, I'm going to let him be Cody. So. Are you? Like, if I had a car, I might do that. No, probably not in this area because how busy it is. But, like, I want to get my crafting business going, my content creating going, and then do houses on the side to get me out of the house. And to, like, it makes me feel good to go and help someone else. And the houses I've done has been elderly or middle-aged people. And when I leave, they literally feel so much better. And you can see the relief on their face, and that it smells nice, and it's inviting, and it's clean, and that just does something to my heart. Just like whenever, y'all don't know this, but whenever I get reviews about my bows from little girls, when people send me their little girls wearing my bows, it's the best thing for me. It just makes my heart warm because I see that, they're getting use out of them, and they love them, and they like them, and they're enjoying them. So you'll have no idea the little things that really can affect people, but I can't dress myself. So, yeah, he dresses himself just fine. I can't dress myself. So in the future, when we go shopping, I will be posting videos and content explaining where we're going, maybe when we're looking, and then after, show before and after on how I was before and how I am after. Well, thank you. That's what I'm doing today, is making keychains and bows and just working on some product until tonight. There's an open lineup all day. Oh, well, thank you. They do go in dog's hair, and I do have some adults that wear them, surprisingly. I need to make some little bow ties for boys. Are y'all okay? I haven't yet, no. I'd like to. I've thought about it. I thought about that this morning, about sending them some letters now that I'm out and away, to show them that I'm different. It's not going to be overnight. They're not going to be like, oh, Mom left Dad, so now I'm going to talk to her. No, it's not going to be that way. It's going to take time. Your controller, I'm not going to say abuser because sometimes people take that wrong, but my controller, sometimes it takes a while to show that they don't have control over you still. That was used against me with my ex-husband, Michael, when I was still married to him. And my oldest son went to Illinois. They said, well, we're not certain that you won't allow him back in the home because he's physically, emotionally, mentally, sexually abused you. So until you're divorced and you're separated away from him for a period of time, we don't feel like Riley is safe in the home. So it's going to take time. It's going to take time for these kids to see that I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to, give in. I'm not going to play the game anymore, and that Mom's going to be different. So I just going to take progression pictures, keep doing my business the best I can, keep sending money when I can, and keep communicating. And whenever it happens, it'll be the best day. So I thought about sending her just letters, to to talk, and then when they're ready, they can write back or they can reach out. That's really what I thought I was thinking this morning while doing my makeup. Is that good? Did you eat one of those? Those little things? Okay, I was going to ask you if you liked it. Good morning, lovely. It's good to see you. But yeah, so every day that I'm on here, please know that I'm just trying the best I can. Whatever I put forward is what I get. Yes, they are. They're with the best person I could choose. Like, the reason why I have the gumption to leave is mainly, like, he helped me. Like, I wouldn't have left probably if it wasn't for him being a friend to me and helping me and seeing that I should leave and that I do have an option. I don't have to stay there. Even if it was just to come as a friend, I mean, we weren't going to come as friends, but he's just nice like that. But if it wasn't like that, I probably would have never left. Because my children would be separated. They would see, before Kevin's family came to court, they had approved the kids' bio dad's family, and they had trauma from them from back when they had them in 2017 for 6 months, and I had unsupervised every weekend. Then we had joint. They didn't want to go there. Well, they had approved my church friend that came and took the kids to church. They had approved her, and they approved my other friend that makes my bead items. They were going to put the 2 babies in my church friend's house and going to put the 3 older ones in my bead girl's house. Well, my bead girl lives across the street from the kids' biological grandmother. So if Kevin's family wouldn't have showed up, they would have been split. Well, Kevin's family, I admire the person who has the kids. I've always admired them. I've always admired their spirit. And Kevin and them butt heads because of that. They butt heads because, like, it's his close family. And they don't get along. And Kevin's reactive and responsive is not the greatest. He doesn't think before he reacts. So he says a lot of things in a hurtful way, and that person just don't put up with it. They're not going to put up with it. They just shut down, and that's showing that he's not changing. The reactive behavior that hurt the children is still instilled in him. So it was a catch-22. You know, I went back because I thought I'll have a better chance of getting my kids with Kevin, and then I didn't get to speak to my kids. Like, the last time I spoke to my kids, I was here. Well, that had told me every month, they don't want us together. We're not healthy. Something's going on. Like, something's going on that I can't understand. Because I thought with them taking the children that we would be closer. We would have family gatherings. You know, we would keep the family together because his mom had died. His dad died. So everybody died last year and the family split up. So we thought they were going to make it stronger. Well, in due time, he started getting in his head and saying things that was bad. Like they did this, they were part of it, you know, that they, etc. I've never felt that. And if they were part of it, thank you. Thank you for showing up for my children. Thank you for taking on 5 children when 99% of America would not do that. They would split them up. Thank you for giving my children their light back in their eyes. Thank you for seeing what I couldn't see. So, I am very appreciative of where they're at. And if you guys could see my children, you would say, yep, she made the right decision. By being here and leaving him, I'm not choosing a man over my kids. I'm choosing a better life for my children. A better life means a happier mama, a independent mama, a responsible mama, a non-stressed, depressed mama. So now is the time for me to do it. I had in my head, well, I'll just wait until the kids come back. How fair would that be? And number one, the kids would not come back with me with Kevin. That would never happen. The people that have them would fight tooth and nail until it was proven that we don't have anger, he's forgiven me, and that we can live without hostility. It would never happen. Never. So I finally clicked once he pushed me enough of, you should have been there months ago. You should have already restarted your life months ago. You stayed for 9 months for no reason because of fear. Whenever it clicked on me, I sent him a video crying. And I was like, I left for no reason. It finally hit me. Like, I literally did this for nothing. I came back, and from August until May, I did nothing. I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. We didn't do anything besides build our credit. That's it. Everybody else has got their kids back, but we don't. Why? So now I have somebody who's solely wants me to, like a while ago, he said, go live. He was picking when he said, I'll go to bed by myself, because he goes to bed by himself anyway. So, but I go in there and lay down with him if I'm a little tired, or just to lay down with him. And, you know, it's always nice to have somebody beside you when you've been alone for 15 years or 13 years of being an adult. So, he's just picking. But to have somebody that says, you know, go get this, you got this. You know, rocket, that's what he says, rocket. I've not had that. Why are you on there? Who are you talking to? Who is that guy that popped in? Like, I don't have guys in my chat. Like, I don't. So, it was just a waste of my life. I will say, though, that season brought the family they have. So I'm very thankful that I met Kevin, because my children have a family they wouldn't have. And they have him ultimately when he heals. When he heals and they heal, ultimately there will be a relationship between him and the children. I don't want there to not be a relationship, because ultimately I am the reason. I feel like women are the reason that he is the way he is. He doesn't trust women. He can't forgive women. He can't forgive women from before, so he carries it into the new relationships. And I feel like when he doesn't have a woman, he's so much more better. And I think that his family sees that as well. So I hope that he focuses on himself for our children. I hope that he puts his foot in front of the other and continues to try to save and get the children back on his own part. I hope that that's what happens, so that he don't let them down even more. So I'm fine with that too. Like, I'm just being nice, okay? I can't control my children. I don't want to control my children. I don't want them to feel obligated to see me if they're not ready. My mama was this way, and I've always been this way. And I'll just be honest, that's why he was worried last year about, like, if we were to got pregnant, like, child support. You know, we were strangers. But I don't do child support. I don't do alimony. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't try to tie a man down. So my mom always said, when my dad would call, and my dad was literally, his mom's was right there. Like, that's why me and him have such hostility, is because his parents were literally right there. And he lived less than 30 minutes up the road. And he would call and say, I'm coming on Friday to get you. And he wouldn't show. And I'm bad about that too. Mama called and I don't. I get busy, I get stressed out, or I just forget. And then I have to remember, well, my dad did the same thing. And even though I'm not going and seeing my kids, I'm still being punctual. So, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and we'll count our chickens when they hatch. Whenever it comes time for them to be around him, I hope they express themselves clearly. I am, but they're not letting me. They're not letting me because I was with Kevin. I'll just say this is all I'm going to say. It's in my video, okay? I'm supposed to have supervised visits, supervised calls, all that. Be able to mail, all that. Whenever I went back, my calls stopped. I do, because they're the guardian. So the guardian controls this. Just listen. The guardian controls this, all right? When I went back, I had FaceTimed my kids when I was here on August the 15th. I'd FaceTimed my kids. I went back. I ain't spoke to them since. So once I left, Jay had told me, he said, text her, but wait a month and give her a month to see if, she'll come around. They'll come around. So I texted her on Mother's Day, and I actually got a response. So that's a plus, her to respond to me like books, not just a quick text. She literally responded with books. So, I feel like that's showing me something. It's showing me that I'm to blame for staying, but the hurt, they're mad at me for staying. They're not mad at me for the emotional abuse. They're mad at me for letting him emotionally abuse them and not leaving. But I didn't have nowhere to go. I really didn't. I never had nowhere to go with 4 children, 5 children. So I'm sorry that it took this long. I agree, girl, but right now they're trying to emotionally protect the children. And when I was with Kevin, I had to go with him, you know? So I feel like that's the reason that they're iffy. So now that I'm away, I think that her responding 4 days, 5 days after I left, it really tells a lot, you know? No, the court said I can see my children, I can speak to my children, I can visit my children, but they have to tell me when I can, okay? So that's why I went back in August, because I hadn't seen my children since April the 8th. So it's like May, June, July, August. Will it still continue? And I wasted all that time. But I understand why they're doing it. I do understand why. They've messaged and expressed it. They've sent me letters that the kids wrote. They wouldn't send me that before because they knew I'd show Kevin and he would react. So I truly did waste 9 months. I wasted 9 months that I could have been building my relationship back with my kids. I just didn't know that's how they felt until I left Kevin fully. You just gotta think, they're trying to protect the kids, you know? And think about it. If you've never had to deal with this, it's really hard. You haven't saw your mom in 6 months, a year, and you come visit. And you come visit with the person that emotionally, physically abuses you, or you felt like they did, and you couldn't talk to your mom. Well, are you really going to be open? Are you really going to be honest with your mom? No. You're going to be reserved. You're going to be quiet. You're going to be cold. And in reality, we probably would have only been visiting for the 2 babies. The 3 younger ones they're not as emotional about what's happened in the house as the 2 older ones are. And I get that. So it's not easy to have 3 little ones or 3 younger ones that want to see their parents, but 2 older ones that want to heal. So since I've left, I feel like that gives them time to see that, okay, she's not communicating with him, you know? Correct. So, but if you read my paperwork, abuse is not why they were removed. But the kids are coming out and saying it now, where they weren't, about the verbal abuse and spanking them and leaving marks, or being rough and leaving marks. So, you know, I can only do what I can do and being better. I can only do what I can do and being more punctual and responding. I can only say, I hope you forgive me and I hope that we can bond back close. I don't feel like it's fair to the 2 babies that don't understand. They really don't understand, so it's like out of sight, out of mind. I don't agree with that, but I do agree with that they should be on the upper end before ever being around somebody that they don't feel comfortable around or they don't feel nice around. So, you know, it's kind of hard to tell your kids to tell you stuff if somebody hurts you, but then they feel like they're being hurt in the home. So, you know, and you have nowhere to go. Like, if my kids would have told me, I would have had them removed, you know? But had him removed, my kids would have been honest and told me exactly how they felt. I think I would have. But, you know, no and yes, but Listen, when you're abused by a narcissist and you're dependent on them, like people can't understand that. I did see it, but I didn't see that it was happening to them, okay? I seen it was happening to me. So like when I argued with him the months before, it was like, the kids aren't going to come back to us arguing. They're not going to come back to this bull crap, this pettiness, walking on eggshells. I never saw it as like they were hurt by it. They were quiet, but they never come and told me, like, Mom. Like, they would even tell me, hey, when we go to see us in Aunt Catherine, she asked if Dad's, been yelling and hollering or been hitting. They would tell me that. So, not to tell me, hey, I don't want to be here anymore around Dad. But maybe they had to have counseling. Maybe they had to decompress. Maybe the person where they're with has helped them to express themselves and to heal, because that person has also had to heal over things that he's done to them. So, and I'm happy with my kids. I'm very happy. If you see my children, if you were to see pictures of my children, you'd be like, oh my gosh. Listen, Trustin has a dad. His name is Trustin Isaiah Sherrill. I don't understand where y'all's nonsense comes in at. Y'all are ridiculous. Just because somebody possibly puts their sperm in somebody else does not make them a dad, nor makes them a father. Biologically does not matter. This person has my children, and they're raising 4 out of 5 children that is not biologically theirs. So what does it matter? It don't matter. If he was adopted, if he was in foster care, you wouldn't be saying a word. So, Well, I mean, he is. Like, here's where my mindset come in at. I had never had a man to come home every night. I had never had a man to go to work every day. I had never had a man to pay the bills. So he financially put me in a spot to where I only had him. And unless you had dealt with it, you will never understand. You will never comprehend how possibly someone could stay like that. Because I did see it. But where did I have to go? And here's what I hate about this. It's like all these women called DCS and they called the cops for well checks. But did they once text me and say, Ashley, we want to help you get out. Ashley, we found an apartment for you. We'll help you get it. Ashley, we'll help you get on your feet until you can pay us back. Ashley, we found resources for you that can come help right now. No, they didn't do that. They got online, badgering, belittling, got online knowing that I was stuck in that situation with no way out, no insight. As soon as I got a way out, I left. But y'all were lying. You did take the truth and turn it. Y'all literally turned a video that was not a sexual video into him molesting Trustin. That is far from the truth. You guys took y'all's eyes and y'all judged and you made your opinion be truth. So yes, y'all were lying. Y'all changed the truth into a lot of lies. Don't get it twisted. If y'all were telling the truth, I'd have lost my kids the first 9 months whenever I beat that DCS case that y'all made so many allegations about. Y'all need to be honest too. Y'all need to take accountability too. Y'all wanted to pass judgment and hate instead of help. No. I'm talking to the ones that know they did it. I'm talking to the ones that are here now saying, well, we support you. We always seen it, but yet we didn't support you. We threw you under the bus, made your home life worse. You knew we were being abused, so instead of trying to help, you threw us under the bus for more abuse. Do you not get that? Like, literally. I mean, you're not kidnapped by somebody and be like, oh, I need you to go tell this person that I just called and be like, broadcast it. We're going to such and such house. We're coming to get your kidnapped person. Were you kidnapped? No, you don't tell your plans before you do it. And you sure don't get online and tell what you're doing. None of y'all offered to help. The haters. None of y'all. The people that did help, helped. They did help. They tried to help. They tried to be here for me. I have about 5 women on here that I trust. And they literally tell me like it is. And I respect them for that. You can ask any of them. As long as they don't badger me, belittle me, curse me, and they're respectful with me on how they talk to me, I've listened to them. I've made changes. I was making changes way back then that none of y'all could see because all you saw was what I wasn't doing. But when did y'all actually try to help and not hurt? So it's just, correct. I had people that I trusted and told the truth to, and y'all put it on the internet instead of trying to help me. Holding? He didn't hold. See, look, your perspective changes the truth. Danny, when did he hold him? When? And if that's the truth, that means that your 13, 14, 15-year-old children that literally get up with an erection because it's natural, they shouldn't be around your daughters. They shouldn't be around you. They shouldn't be around their siblings because of nature. Do you hear what you're saying? Do you? He didn't touch him. He was walking down the hallway. He walked in and got a sucker. Do you see how y'all changed the truth into what you want it to be? That is called perspective. You changed the truth into a lie to fit your narrative. So yes, y'all did most definitely lie. Yes, you did, to get attention. Y'all should have been trying to help a woman and not. Okay? Baby doll, he walked. You need to get some glasses. You really need to get glasses. I mean, this is craziness. They are just as narcissistic as he is. Well, we saw it this way, so this is the truth. That's narcissism. I'm right, you're wrong. I saw it this way, so that makes it true. Y'all need to go be with him. Y'all really need to go be with him. Y'all be perfect. I didn't say that. That's not what I meant. Yes, you did. You meant to cause me trouble. You meant to cause me pain. You could have had me and the kids hurt. You could have had us severely hurt because of all the crap that was happening because of y'all. None of y'all said, I got a house or I got a way. Hey, come trust me. The people that I did trust, they did help me. Well, if they could. But I don't trust people no more because everybody I talked to did it for gain. They did it to build their businesses. They did it to hate on me and grow their pages. That's why I don't trust anymore. That's why I didn't tell what was going on. That's why I lied and fibbed our forever home. I knew we weren't getting a forever home. That's why I lied and started talking to my kids. Why? Because y'all turn everything into what you want it to be. Not the actual truth. Next time you see a woman being abused and children, reach your hand out. Don't just say, call the DV center. Y'all have no idea until you're going through it. There is not as many resources as you think there is. You call the churches, they don't have homes for you. You call the DV section here, they put you in a homeless shelter. I have 5 children. What homeless shelter is going to take in 6 people? Well, just go get an apartment. With what? I can't carry my children with no car. None of y'all tried to actually help. You badgered me when I made a GoFundMe. You harassed me when I put Cash Apps up. If I wanted to get out, I couldn't have. Y'all put me in that home even more. When my TikTok took off, it was my only hope of changing my situation, having my own money to come in. What did y'all do? No, I'm talking to the ones that did. Y'all threw gasoline on the fire. Well, let's just make her be abused more. Pooh, pooh. And you get on here and say, well, you lied and you didn't tell the truth. Yes, I did. I showed y'all way more than I ever should have showed y'all. You would have never knew that we were being abused if I didn't show it. Stop using the internet to use it as a sitcom. Okay? Well, Sammy, nobody cares, baby. I don't care either. Okay? Go on with yourself. Like, you're not bothering me, you're just putting me on the For You page. So, help me all you want. It's all women. Every single one of them was women. You know, I hate to know that one day there's a possibility that these women attack someone else who is trying to get out, who sees that, look, I have been controlled by him, but I got a little bit of hope to content create. I got a little bit of hope to get my business out there. And her try to do that, and then y'all go and do what you did to me, and her get unalived or her unalive herself. I hate for that to happen, but I truly think it will happen in time. I'm sure there's many that has already it happened to them. I mean, who am I going to call a bunch of men? Like, you would, if I would have got online and put my body online and made money off my body, I would have been all those names and nasty because I'm putting my body online to gain. If I'd went out and tried to get a job, it wouldn't have been enough. Like, I'm never in the right with y'all. Please don't do that again. If you have nothing nice to say to a female and you're a female, move along. Do not make her life your sitcom or your drama. And maybe y'all should think if she's putting stuff on the internet for it to be seen, maybe she's wanting it to be known. Maybe she's trying to say, am I crazy or is this really emotional abuse? Has he controlled me so much that I can't see clearly, or is this really narcissism? I mean, when I wasn't live, what'd y'all do? Y'all called the cops and said, she's not live. We need you to check on her. When I was live, you called the cops. She's on live all night. You need to go check on her kids. And honestly, if I would have let my kids go, I got to go to my backup account. If I let my kids go in 2023, they would not be who they're with. They would be split up. So me beating that 9.5 month case was for a reason. I feel like God had a reason in all this. Even though I didn't understand it then. He did. He still got his job so he can pay for the kids, you know. I just hope that he heals. I hope that he don't carry how he treated his oldest 2 children into the baby still. I hope that it's just him being with a woman. Right, girl, and it's like, they didn't never once send it like an actual resource that says, hey, we got an apartment available for you. Leave. We'll come get you in the middle of the night. No. It was, let's try to put him in jail. You lose your house, lose your kids. Let's try to make your life a living hell. That way it gets worse. You know? So, I just don't know. They could have helped, you know, instead of hurt. I didn't even hear what Hippie said. I'm sorry. What do you mean the babies? I don't have, the babies are with family. Everybody's with family right now. With one family. Together. So, that's all I was saying is like, you know, y'all have made the internet cruel. Last year, prime example. Last year, I get out. I come here. What did y'all do? You texted Kevin nonstop. You called him nonstop. You texted Jay nonstop. You called him nonstop. You tried to get both of them riled up so they would be upset, and then I would be in the middle. Yeah, that's what y'all haters still did. Stop talking about we are honest and you lied. We want the best for you. You don't. We wanted you out. You didn't. No, you didn't. You wanted to make my life a living hell, and you did. Don't do it to somebody else. And then I'm trying to get a car now. Y'all ragging me for that. It's like everybody else is getting cars, gifts, making incomes off of this TikTok, but Ashley can't. Ashley's all these things, but yet everybody else can. Do y'all see that nothing in life makes you happy? Oh no, they don't. They don't. This is why I'm being able to say this. Like, the honest truth. This is why I don't talk to people. This is why I don't express myself anymore. I was really friendly and honest with people online, and they used it and posted it and lied and changed the words, etc. I've had maybe 5 women that genuinely wanted me to get out, genuinely wanted the best for me. I genuinely share the truth with. They've seen my court documents, they've seen pictures of the kids, because they don't put it online for the gain. They don't put it online for them to get attention. You guys that hate me view me as attention for y'all. That's what it is. Maybe it ain't jealousy, because what do I have to be jealous of? But it is attention. What else do you gain from it? Besides somebody to say, you're right, I see it just like you do. They do, but like, I honestly can be like true, completely true, and they will literally, like a while ago, he shouldn't be holding a baby with a semi-erection. He wasn't holding a baby. They walked down a hallway. He walked into the bedroom and walked out. Why? Because the suckers were in our bedroom, because the kids would eat them all. Y'all know how that is when you gotta make sure that they last everybody and not be eaten in one night. Like, yeah, did I try to make him like he was a good person occasionally? Yes. But did I share a lot of stuff that made y'all see the truth? Yeah, I did. So it's like, don't view it as she's stupid and foolish. Actually try to reach your hand out and say, hey, I may not have something to offer, but I've looked into this for you. Or, hey, I've got some friends that may can help you. Don't try to hurt. Because you never know that person's situation. You might just get them hurt. That is the truth. Hate to know a woman got hurt because of the internet. I'd hate to know that she was like me and thought that the internet was going to be her way out. And then it all changes, you know. Because people didn't see that you were really just trying. But I've made mistakes, you know. I made many mistakes while I was online. Correct, and I was dependent on him. And it's like, instead of them giving a hand, it's like, well, we're just going to hurt her. We're going to push her down, you know. We're going to hurt them more. And like, they don't know what went on behind closed doors after they did that. He could have literally been beating us. He could have literally been, you know, he could have literally been making our life hell for what they were doing. I mean, I know you've seen people where the cops come because the kids have called it and they lie to the cop and they get beat or abused when the cop leaves. Like, y'all know that. And y'all still did it. I had cops at my house at 1:30 in the morning banging on all of my windows because you haters said she didn't get back online at 11:30. At 11:30. He's not nice to me. That is where the problem comes in at, and it rubs off on the children. So when he wasn't being nice to me, they were enduring it also. When he was being angry and hateful to me, they were experiencing it as well. He would be very hateful to them. He'd be very snippy. He don't understand how he reacts. He responds with reactions, not with emotion. His emotion is always pain or anger. Like arguing over me saying, you didn't read my message. That's all I said is, you didn't read my message. And if I showed y'all the 20 minutes of us arguing over it and the things that he said, it's like nobody can say the truth but him. So if I was to repeat what he was saying, I'm wrong for saying the same thing he just said. I'm trying to make some crafts though, because I'm really low, but I do have an open lineup. The first person who orders will get a freebie. I'm probably going to do my about 6 o'clock or 7. I'm going to try to make some stuff. Right. The days I wasn't live, they still showed up at the house. The days that I didn't go live, haters were driving down the road taking pictures. My kids could not even walk to my grandmother's to feel safe. So if Kevin was being abusive, they walked to my grandma's. My haters drive by and holler at them while taking videos. Y'all want to know my kids didn't go visit my grandma a whole bunch? Because they didn't feel safe walking down the road. They didn't feel safe going outside. So I had it all documented. Every bit of it. I've got them driving by. I've got all of it. I've got them setting up the road when I got evicted, recording everything. That is stalking. You have nothing to do with the case, but you're setting 4 houses up in between my grandma's house and the house I was renting, and you're nothing to the case. That's stalking. Y'all made it where my own kids didn't feel safe with their grandmothers. Just insanity. It really is insanity. It's insanity to me that these people can say, oh, it's all for the goodness, it's all for the goodness, but sit and let somebody steal $1 million from you at the same time. That person lied the whole time and used y'all, but yet was a savior to a lot of y'all. I'm showing you what I'm going through, and you're gifting to a person that's claiming to help DV victims, but never really once helped more than 10. Y'all could have been helped. Do y'all see how y'all were actually trying to help? Y'all were on my lives, my cooking lives. Y'all were actually, I was being seen, and then she comes online and uses me, and y'all all just flock. And let's just give our money to her because hey, she says she's doing this. And I'm sitting here showing you what my life is like, what I'm going through, and it's like, well, thank you. They really feel like it's their sitcom. They call it their sitcom, their days of their lives. Correct. But the people that really told me the truth, I responded. If you were rude to me, then I wasn't going to listen to you. But if you were being nice to me, I read y'all's messages. But how could I leave? Tell me. We don't have churches. We don't have DV centers. We don't have those around here. The only homeless shelter we have is in Selmer, which is the county over. I have 5 children. Not just anybody can pick me up and take us places. There's 6 of us. How was I supposed to get out with no income? How? My only outlet was my online social media and my business, and y'all drug it through the ground. I know, and there's a lot of y'all that didn't. A lot of y'all were really, 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 really sweet to me, But, correct, you can tell me to leave, but how am I, I wished it was that easy for some women to leave. I really do. I really wish it was that easy. No, I don't. It just surprised me the other day that she commented on my post. I thought she hated me. I always wondered why my mama didn't leave my stepdad. It's because she had given up on life and she had nobody to rely on. My other grandparents, they weren't really close to her. My grandma Billy had just lost her husband, and she was reliant on, she needed help too. So who did I have? Who do I have now? Him. He came into my life as a friend and gave me the opportunity to say, you deserve better. You can have better. You are going to be better. But did anybody else do that? Whenever the kids left April the 8th, did one person offer me to move in with them and get my life straight and pay them? I don't owe him money. I pay him for everything. The teas he bought, paid for it. Gas going to the post office, paid for it. Part of my food, paid for it. There's not one thing that I owe him. I pay for myself. Did anybody say that? Did anybody say, hey, I'm a couple hours away, you don't have the kids, you want to come? I'll help you. I'll help you get on your feet, but not far away. You know what I'm saying? And I don't trust people. Like, I'm talking about the people that, like, have stayed consistent with me. That's what I'm saying. Of course, when people were my friends and then just switch up on me overnight, I'm not going to trust people. I'm talking about the people that's OG. Like, my OG ones I trust they're far away. So, like, one's in Colorado, one's in Georgia. You know? So, really, it's like, did anybody from the very beginning say, hey, I see this, I may not be able to get through to her right now, but eventually, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect any of y'all to do anything, but, you know? Like, it's just like Stockholm Syndrome. It is. I was watching an abuse video earlier. It is identical to that, the Stockholm Syndrome. When you get into a relationship, they mentally control you before the physical ever starts. But the people that won't open their eyes, Kelly, is the ones who want to hate. They want to bring negativity into someone else's life. They thrive on evil. They do. Because if they didn't, the hate pages would end. They would delete all my hate pages. I'm different. I'm not going back. You see that. You see I've been honest. I've told y'all I ain't spoke to my kids. Told you why I ain't spoke to my kids. But yet, they still continue. It's all about their gain. My gain is wrong and I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't be online doing this. I should be out getting a job. I shouldn't be online getting gifts. But yet, they're online posting, getting attention and getting gifts. But yet it's only Ashley that's not allowed to do that. Thank you. Me, I'm so much more happier. It is, and they should really go be with Kevin. Truthfully. They want to say they're not like him, but they're just like him. The women that get online every night talking about me and broadcasting me are his match. They definitely should go be with him. They should. I mean, they really should, because they are identical to him. But I am. I'm making some Faith keychains and some hair bows today, and we'll have an open lineup. If y'all want to order now, I mean, we'll do it. I don't have a lot of options, but I do have like 7 towels left, a baby blanket, headbands, grandma's hats, my hair bows, headbands, scrunchies, key fobs, coasters, beaded items, straws and straw toppers. So yeah, but. Well, thank you. I am too. I am too. It's nice to actually feel like I'm myself again, you know? I'm still being hated on, though. And then wanting to be just like me. I mean, literally. They sit online and do sewing every night now. They have stars on their face. Make their eyes blue. Why? Then they get online and share that my grandma is scamming them because she charges $15 for 2 towels that she does work on. No, that's called being a business. It's called profiting. I hope that you try it. I pray that you try it, and I pray that you actually show how yours look at the end. Correct. Like, wanting to go call Mama Tot the other day for commenting on my post. I'm going to call her. Like they own Mama Tot. Like they own what she can do and say. That is Kevin. That is Kevin. TF and the person I'm talking about they're Kevin's match. And I secretly think they want him. If I had showed you and told you what she did while we were staying there 3 months, in the bathroom, the door open, with a towel around her, just like, because Kevin was across the hall with no curtain on the door. We had no door. None. The reason why we left is because they made comments about us doing sexual things. Hearing us, going in the closet and listening to us. And then asking Kevin how good I was at it. My own family. That's why we left there. They ain't gonna tell you the truth on that. And her flirting. Why did the other one and her husband call Kevin? Why? You don't know him. You claimed you're against him. But yet as soon as I come down here last year, you're calling Kevin? I mean, you literally get online slandering Kevin, but yet you call him and try to talk to him. Yeah, that's the truth. Gonna ask him how good this is, and that heard us in bed and thought about slipping in the closet to listen to us and watch us. Who does that? Who does that over their own blood family? So the people that y'all watch and y'all just get, yes, and y'all just watch willy-nilly and give her gifts and give her views, that's their mentality. I mean, she couldn't even keep a kid in her house for a year, but yet begged me to let my children, just sign your 3 children over to me. She didn't raise her own. Her grandmother raised her own. TF admitted on Reddit she didn't raise her 3. So why are you telling another mother that they're a bad mom or not? I don't think you can throw stones. Just because you're grown now and your kids have relationships with you, don't make you a good mom. Remember that. So you should not be throwing stones. You should be helping. You should be saying, I was that mom once. Let me show you the difference of how I've changed. No. Y'all don't do that because y'all aren't different. You are the same vile, evil people you were when you weren't able to raise your children. And you can say, well, I stayed with an abuser, so did I. So if that excuse works for you, it works for me, okay? My children and me will be close because I left my abuser. They are. They are. Girl, they're the worst, honestly. I never knew that until recently. Until them. Honestly, if those 2 people weren't in our family, we would have a perfect family. We would have gatherings. Grandma could have her family together. But because of those 2 people, we don't have gatherings. Nobody comes to visit because they don't want to be around them. I mean, they literally split our whole family up. That's not a lie. And they still continue to do it. I'm back being, good with Grandma, trying to get my grandma income coming in to help her, and they're getting people to text me and say, it's elder abuse. So I guess it's elder abuse that she's been crocheting for 40 years, and I'm supposed to just tell her to stop. What? Like, you should want her to have income. You should want her to be able to go buy what she needs and go to the doctor and go to the dentist. Why do you want her to rely solely on you? She can't rely on you to even take her to the doctor. You don't even offer. You don't even go by and check in on her. But yet you want to tell people that she's scamming them by her making what she wants to make? No, she's BFF with the family. And she's the instigator. If she would drop off the face of the earth, I don't think that person would be this way very long. Listen to her when she's not in the box, and listen to her when she gets in the box. Bye. Adios. I don't say names. If you don't know, then you're not in the loop, okay? I don't know, babe. I really don't know. I don't. I feel like it's because TF wants publicity any way she can get it and attention. She wants to be seen and be known because she was a failure as a mother. So she wants to throw stones at other mothers, and she wants to posse up with a group of not good mothers that think they're great grandmothers. That group. And I feel like when it all comes crumbling down and the person that's actually doing the stalking gets in trouble, it'll be adios, not me. I'm not the one in trouble. So I really feel like that's what's going to happen. Oh, I am. Yes, baby. I don't got a lot to sell. I'm making stuff, but yeah. If you want to buy stuff, sure. Sure. All right, got that on so I can flatten these a little bit. Oh, really? Right, it keeps her brain going. You know, like that's what she said. She said actually it keeps me youthful. And then her hands, you know, she's got fibromyalgia, lupus, osteoporosis, RA, and her lupus bothers her the most. It's like her bones are eggshells. So I'm very surprised that she's still continuing to crochet, if I'm being honest. When she told me to get a bunch of towels, I was like, okay, you sure? She's like, yes, buy as many as you can find, because we have sold every towel that she has made. Why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you want to know that she's not going to be struggling? Do you know why? Because they want her to be dependent on them, and they want to make money off of her. That's the reason. That's the true reason. It's too hard to get their business going, like it took me for 6.5 years. So the easiest way is to hate on another business while getting your group of people to come support you. I do pray and hope that I hope she tries it. I hope she literally tries to make towels, and I hope she shows how it looks. Hey, Wendy, tonight, whenever you go live, I'll battle with you on my backup. I want to battle tonight. Well, I don't know what she's doing in her craft room, but yes, I know. It just feels like, dang, when's that gonna happen, you know? Like they hate this. They're gonna tell you that it's fake. That this is not that. No, on the other one, I can't get gifts till Monday. It'll be on the WASH 21 backup. They'll say, oh, she's got a filter on. She's got a filter on. Okay, right here is to show there's no filter. Right here. Well, I guess you can see, oh, right there. No eye filter on. None. Even though y'all say there is none. Okay, look, no filter on. No filter on.